Welcome in, welcome to Mindful Mondays with your boy Cook. We are back for another great Monday with a great topic. We bringing something back because the school year is starting back up, and I feel like we need to bring things back into foreplay. Topic for tonight is bridging the gap between students, staff, teachers, and admin. We have to get to that point where we're um, coming into a new school year. We gotta start making sure we opening up and making sure our youth of getting the right knowledge that they're supposed to be receiving when it comes to this. So we gotta bridge that gap, man. We gotta bring each other to full play, making sure we accepting everybody who they are, what are they doing, how to have our students open up to us. And it's just simple conversations, just simple things we can do. Welcome in, welcome in. When you come in, please share the live, share the live. It's all about building relationships. For the next couple of weeks, man, I'm gonna be really talking about these topics that's dealing with, helping us all when it comes to the youth and bridging that gap, in the homes and in the families and everything else around us. If you're working in that school system, you know what I mean. We gotta start getting our youth onto the right path. Welcome in, welcome in. When you come in, please share the live. Please share the live. Welcome to Mindful Mondays with your boy Cook. Just excited to be here. Excited to have you guys with me tonight, talking on a great topic that needs to be spoken on. All my teachers, counselors, admins, whatever you're doing in the system, come on in. Let's have a conversation. It's bigger than us. Parents, come on in as well. You need to hear this information as well. This is big. It's bigger than us. We are all teachers and leaders by some way or form, even if you're not working in the school system. If you know a teacher, you know an admin, you know a counselor, a staff member, man, tap them in. Tap them in so they can hear this knowledge. Tap them in. This is what we doing. We back. Mindful Mondays with your boy Cook. Come on, tap them in. We gotta do this, you guys. Welcome in, Sakina. Welcome in, Nigel. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to Mindful Mondays with your boy Cook. Just excited about everything. You see the topic at the bottom, bridging the gap between students, staff, teachers, and admins. Administrators, admins, still the same. It's something that's need to be talked about, something important. If you know a teacher, you know a counselor, you know a principal, you know a admin, period, tap them in. Tap them in. We're going to get started in like 1 minute, but definitely tap them in because this is going to be a sensitive subject, but we got to talk about it, though. We got to speak on these things. This is what's going to move us to that next level. This is what's going to help us get to that next level. All right, let's get it started. Let's get it started. Topic for tonight is bridging the gap between students, staff, teachers, and admins. So, who was on my live tonight that really understands that our children are the next future leaders and they will be the next generation of greatness? We got to understand that they're the next in line. They be right behind us, so we got to make sure we're putting in position and putting them in the right position. But are you ready to fight for our children? Are you willing to put up a fight and help them? If you are ready and willing to fight for your children, let me see some clapping emojis in the chat, man. This is what we're doing, participation time. In order for us as counselors, teachers, admins, to bridge the gap with our students is by a simple good morning. How was your weekend? How's your day going? Like, for example, I stand in the hallway in the morning when the students come in and I ask them good morning. I say good morning. How was your day? How was your night? How was your weekend? Because that goes a long way. The small talk will go a long way to put you in position for them to come in and just have straight conversations with you all the time about any and everything. In our field, we have to encourage our children, by telling them that if you have a dream, go get it. People will discourage you from doing things because they cannot do it. If you want it, go get it. I have a saying on my wall: you have to be that 1%. You have to be that 1%, and you got to do what 99% of other people won't do. A lot of people won't do the things you do. Some people won't even show up to school because they too afraid of their friends talking about them. When bridging the gap, our children/students will see us tired. They're gonna see us tired. They will see us broken. They will see us, failing at something. But we have to never give up, and we'll never give up on our children and students. You got to commit to that, though. You got to commit that you won't give up on them because they need us. Them babies need us. We will continue to fight for our children. This is called a winner's mindset. We got to have a winner's mindset. So when we have a winner's mindset, they're going to have a winner's mindset. In the process of bridging the gap with our children/students, that relationship will begin to develop. Once that relationship is developed, that's when you begin to notice certain behaviors and they will come to you about stuff. So you'll notice certain behaviors from your students because you got used to them. You understand their pattern. You know what they're going through. They don't even have to come and talk to you all the time, but you can just see how they move throughout the building, and that'll give you a red flag of, okay, let me pull this student in. Let's have a conversation. But after bridging that gap, you can tell our children and students are giving up. It's not allowed in class. We got to let them know, look, giving up ain't an option. Quitting ain't an option. Failing classes is not an option. You said you want to go to college. You said you want to go in the military. You said you want to be this entrepreneur. So why you quitting on yourself? Why you failing classes? Because if you fail in a class, that means you're giving up on yourself. And once you give up, when you have a lot, you can't give up. We got to make sure they're not giving up. We don't even want them to have a thought of quitting. We don't want them to have that thought. And like, for example, like I said, as a counselor, I'm in a high school. I tell my students, we ain't giving up that easy. So let's work. I'm fighting for you to win, so let's win together. Even when I have my 9th grade orientation with the 9th grade classes, I tell them, like, look, I don't be wanting to put them in summer school. You came to school to learn, enjoy high school, have a great time, because before you know it, you can go from 9th to the 12th grade at the snap of your fingers, just that quick. So I always tell that to them. You got to have a winner's mindset. Yes, you wounded, but you got to start winning wounded. Look, I'm going to leave you all with this information. In order to bridge the gap between you and our children and them students, man, you have to build a relationship, and not any type of relationship. We are building positive relationships. We are building we are building these positive relationships. You will see a big difference in how your students, your children will respond back to you. They respond to you in a positive way. Just remember, your tone will set the vibe in your children's / your students. because your students end up becoming your children because you with them longer than they were at home. So they become your kids. They become more. You become more than just a teacher, a counselor, a VP, a principal, a front desk clerk, or whatever position, even a cafeteria lady, even to the janitors. You become more than just the students become more than just your students. They become your children because you with them all day. You'll see the difference in your children when you start to work more with them. You'll start seeing the difference when you treat them a certain way, how they respect you more. Just understand our children / students need to hear and see how much we care. We believe and that you're going to be great. So we got to make sure we telling them, we believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. We know you're going to be great. So go be great. That's what it's got to be. You gotta come at them in a strong way, in a positive way, and making sure you're not pouring negativity into them. And in today's society, our children / students need for us to fight for them on all levels. They need us to stand up for them. They need us to re-encourage them. They need us because we don't know what goes on at home. But at the same time, we just make sure we're encouraging them to do more and do better than what they're doing. Some kids come into the school with a different mindset. Coming into ninth grade is a new building, big building, especially where I work at, big building. And, they could be nervous. It's nerves. Because they in middle school, so they like, man, we running this. It's us. But at the same time, we got to understand this is what our children see. This is what they're going through. This is what they're facing. So just let that be understanding that we're here to encourage the youth. We're here to make sure they understand that they're going to make it out. They're going to make it in a purpose. They're going to do something bigger than what they ever did before. So for all my teachers, counselors, admins, front desk people, security, janitors, dean of students, behavior techs, we got to encourage our youth. We got to encourage them to do more than what they're doing. We got to be their first line of defense. We got to show them and be role models to them. Sometimes we got to go to work dressed up so they can see that it ain't always about jeans and tennis shoes. Sometimes you can put on a suit. Sometimes you can put on some pants and a shirt just to give them a demonstration of what it really looks like. And for us brothers, we got to teach our young men how to be men. At the same time, we're still growing as men, but we can help them too. But that's my time for the night. I really appreciate you guys so much for always coming through, showing a brother some love. I'll be back on Thursday for Q&A and conversation on this same topic. It's going to be big. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of information we're going to be sharing. Steve, welcome in. Steve, I appreciate you so much, young brother. We're going to talk later. But definitely excited about what's going on, where we're trying to do, where Mindful Men is going. Appreciate you guys so much. Love you. Have a safe and blessed week.